Question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to give you a short preamble that I was absolutely delighted to hear that Dingell chose to run again so we can humiliate him and defeat him. What I object to, that tyrant, he did not represent his constituency. Over 60% opposed that health care bill. And that is tyranny, and a representative does not have the option of his own voice, his own vote, or his party line vote. He is there to vote his representatives, his constituency. How do you feel about that?
I feel great.
So you're going to
John,
represent?
I would encourage you, John, absolutely, if you use the internet or have a friend who does, go to my website, you click on the interview. I can't remember if it's the interview with Frank Beckman or if it's the interview with the WJR equivalent down at Fort Myers, Naples, when I discuss that not only they don't know how to do their job, which is to read the bills and pass laws, they don't even know what their job description is, and the job description is in the title. It's House of Representatives,
Yeah.
and that is their job. It is their title. It is their job description, the House of Representatives, and they are legislators, which means they have to read, know, and understand the legislation that they're passing. So I'll be happy to say, yes, John, my view is entirely that we are there as representatives, and that's the problem with all the money that's in Washington, and that's why we have to stop the flow of money to Washington and cut the spending and the power of the federal government, because it's all tied to the money. And that allows people like Congressman Dingell to stay there year after year after year, election after election, when if the people really understood how he was voting relative to their interests, and they were only getting 80 cents back on every dollar, and these kinds of things, and he's voting for cap and trade, and he's voting for the health care thing that people are clearly against, they are able to stay because they are able to muster the resources and the power based on all the money, all the lobbyists, and all the things. And I've said to somebody, says, when I go to Washington and I need to pass a law, I'm not going to need to rely on the lobbyists. I've run a business for 25 years. I need to rely only on the Constitution, my constituents, and my experience.
Not party line.
Man, I can't agree with you more.
When they go to party line, that means the party's first and I come last.
That's absolutely correct. And I think all you have to do is look at, I mean, to me, the health care bill, it doesn't shock me that 100% of the Republicans voted against it because it was a disastrous bill. What's shocking to me is that they could come up with 215, 216 Democrats from people like from Indiana and from normal, I think of them as normal Midwestern folk, you know, voting for things like this purely on the basis of an arm twist from Nancy Pelosi from the ultra-liberal San Francisco. And so unfortunately, Congressman Dingell, if you know, we analyze his voting record, you will find that he lines up almost exactly with Nancy Pelosi. And I don't think there's anybody in Monroe County, Southern Washington, or Wayne that would think that Nancy Pelosi, well, scratch Ann Arbor, that they're represented. You know, it's a very heterogeneous district. I mean, let's be absolutely clear on that. I mean, there are, you know, Ann Arbor is a very liberal town, and there's some very smart people there who are much like our Congress. They don't have all the practical experience of doing things. A lot of them work for the state. They work for the government and the universities and so forth.